Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be working on a small oak fusion project. I have a couple more fusion projects lined up for next year as well, but just wanted to use up some of these oak seedlings I've got to try and create one larger oak. So I have a small form that I've carved. The reason it's that odd colour is that I've treated it with a non-toxic wood preservative. I have my 6 seedlings. I don't know if I'll use them all yet. I have a training pot to put it in, which I've covered the bottom in some gravel, and I'm going to try and put all these together and make a larger oak out of that. So bear with me a second and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to make a start getting these out of the pot. I shall recycle this bonsai compost once I get them out there by sterilising it. It's a very gritty mix. It's a bit of an odd time of year, the autumn, but I'm not actually going to be cutting these roots back too much. Just to loosen the soil on one side. I'm actually going to leave the rest of the soil intact. This will be where the farm will meet the trunk. So that's one. These seedlings are 2 years old, I think. A batch of about 20, and I've chosen ones that are all of a similar growth habit and with similar leaves as best I can. They were a bit of a mixed bag. Some had much larger leaves than this. Some had a different growth habit, but I've tried to match them as best I can. I've also tried to use trees that don't have the best looking nabari, as I shall try and create a new nabari as we go along. It's just a little loosening on this side, one side to clear to allow the form to rest snugly. I'm just going to do 5 initially. I think 5 might be enough to go around the form, but I don't know if I'll need the 6th one yet, but it's there just in case. Notice I have got some mycelium growing, which is nice to see. The roots are healthy. Certainly very firm in the pot. They've only been in these pots for a year. They've grown quite well. Again, just soil. It's all decided to come off this one. There we go. I think I shall stick that in a pot of water which I've got here, just to make sure the roots don't dry out. hopefully you're getting all of this and not too much off camera, and you can actually hear me. A bit of a sore throat at the moment, but hopefully I'm speaking loudly enough. Okay, so that's that part done. As I say, I'll leave that last one in case I need it. Attaching just the first one for the moment. Just have a small piece of this aluminium wire. It's going to be quite fiddly. Twist and then tighten it with the pliers. It's nice and tight. Tuck that in out of the way. So I hope you can see that's the first one. Second one will hopefully go in next to that. Stay. Thinking maybe I should have removed a bit more soil at this point. And get the rest of the trees to fit in nice and snugly. A little more space to work with. I think I am going to need another tree. Oh, oops. Remove a bit more soil from this one. As I say, I'm not actually going to cut any of these roots. I want the tree to take off and grow well come the spring. Sorry, the trees I should say. Yeah, that will fit in there quite nicely. This one doesn't fit in quite so well. Maybe you're coming better from that side. Yes. Okay. Well, if you can see, I've got a definite gap there. I can fit another tree in. Maybe I'm going to need another tree. Okay, I will continue wrestling with this and then come back and show you the finished result. Okay, so here's the tree. It's trees, I should say. There are 9 in total I've had to use. Obviously there are some gaps, and I haven't tied in all of the top yet. I'm going to wait until the trees have lost their leaves naturally, and I can actually tie the bare stems together without trapping the leaves. As you can see, I've actually applied a large tourniquet at the very base. Hopefully that will allow it to produce roots from below this and swell above to create a nice nabari. I'm going to cut this excess off, some of this excess off. If I can get that in, just like so. And then hopefully over the next couple of years these trunks will all fuse together to become one, with a nice taper once I get all these tied in. And maybe in a couple of years, maybe 3, maybe 5, I'll have a reasonably fat trunked oak. Okay. All that remains now is to finish putting it in this pot, give it a drink, and then let it settle down for the autumn. And then come winter time, I will wire up the top branches to sort of like to a point, I guess, and we'll have a look at it then. Okay, so here's the trees potted, and give you a quick 360. Hopefully the gaps will fill in as the trees grow and fuse together. And as I said earlier, I'll wait until the leaves have fallen before tying in the tops, and maybe lose a few branches, keep a few branches. Generally have a look at how it's forming once it's clearer. That's one thing with deciduous trees is you can always get a better idea of where you're going and where the tree is growing and going when it's winter time and you've lost all your leaves. The pot this is in is actually a pond plant pot. I've heard that they work almost as well, if not as well, as some of the expensive air pots that you can buy. The theory being that as the roots spread outwards, they will hit the side of the pot, and then instead of spiraling round and round the pot, squaring I guess with this pot, going round the pot, they will make contact with the air will dry the tip of the root, it will die back, and that will encourage a lot more rootlets to grow rather than just having one long root that goes around and around the pot. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll come back and visit this tree in the winter.